Jock Journal Radio. Jock Journal Radio brings you NFL Talk Late Night. Just two hardcore fans talking football after their kids have gone to bed, and they invite you to join our conversation. If there's a hot topic or even a cold topic, these chumps will be jawing it up every night. So leave those nudie sites alone and call us. And if you're lucky, they might give you my number. NFL Talk Late Night from Jock Journal Radio.
Hey, Jock Stars! Who wants that woman's number? I think many of you guys do, and hey, I might actually throw that in by the end of the night. But before we begin, let me go ahead and tell you some of the things that we'll be going over tonight, as we are going to be talking about Justin Houston and whether or not he'll be playing this year again in the regular season. Bruce Arians, as far as his not being fined for a NFL hat, and some things that the NFL are adjusting to its playoff officiating procedures. But after the break, we'll be talking about fantasy football and the Thursday night football preview. I got to tell you guys something. Poor Matt, his vacation's not going like the proverbial Chevy Chase vacation would, and he's literally hiding in the bathroom, literally trying to stay away from family so people don't hear his kids yelling and stuff like that in the background. So he's with us tonight, but he is struggling to get it out there. So if it becomes too much of a problem, we're going to tell Matt to have a happy holidays, and we'll try again tomorrow. But if it isn't a big problem and he's able to work through it, we're going to have him here all hour long. So we're going to see what happens. But I'm Nash.
And I'm Matt.
And you're listening to NFL Talk. You guys hear that horrible sound quality? He literally is hiding in his bathroom because it's the only quiet place that he could actually broadcast from in that madhouse that he's in right now.
I wasn't going to let you talk about how the Chiefs are doomed because Justin Houston isn't there without me. So
you're by this guy's hospital bed trying to help him through, try to fight and battle forward. We need you for the playoffs, man. Oh, what a miserable situation. So,
let's go into it.
Well, let's actually go do the Shock the Jock stuff first. We got this new app that we've been playing with here on Name That Sport. I sent it to Matt, and Matt's been playing it. I would have thought that I knew my way around sports pretty well, but this app has been all over the place fun for me. I'm on level 1-6, and I'm trying to get past what looks like Indy cars to me. What did you think about that app, Matt? How you enjoy playing it at all?
Yeah, I enjoyed playing it for about 5 seconds until it's a cool app, but I'm terrible at those kind of guessing games. So the first one looked like tuna deep sea fishing, and I put in nothing fit, and I was like, oh god, I'm terrible at these games. I'm just terrible at those kind of games. My wife always wants my help on Family Feud, and every time it's like and then there's a time limit, and I'm all screw it. So I'm horrible at those games. Seems like a cool game, not for me.
It's called Name That Sports from let's see, Sports Mania, and you just go over to iTunes and download. It's a free download. A lot of the guys in the chat room are playing it right now. We got a lot of people out there all over Jock Journal trying to master this. And tonight we're going to make this app literally part of the Shock the Jock question. We want to see how far you can get tonight on this app. So we want you to send your screenshots in to 77948. Type the word text, and then include the screenshot of how far you got. If you don't know how to screenshot, if you don't know how to do that, just go ahead and tell me what level 1-6 is. So that way I can get past that. I can't. It's a bunch of guys like trying to change tires, and it's definitely not a tire changing sport. So I don't know. I can't figure 1-6 out. And I hope that you guys can. So text 77948, type the word text, space, and your message. We want to see who can get the farthest, and it gives you the opportunity to pick up $50. And we'll, in fact, you know what? Tonight we're going to make a special occasion. Tonight we're going to go ahead and give $10 gift card to the person who is farthest along on this game by the end of the show. You have to text us, though, 77948. Text. and we'll be out there telling who's the winner by the end of the show, and we'll be giving a $10 gift card thrown to somebody's stocking stuffers. But before we begin, let's go to the news.
So these idiots are talking news now? Are they pulling this off of Jock Journal? So I guess this proves they can read. What a joke.
Matt.
Huh?
He Justin Houston's not going to be playing for the rest of the regular season.
So what?
That's a huge blow, especially for your hair.
Oh, please. You're out of your mind. A worse blow is Thomas Rawls missing for the season. Because if you think Bryce Brown is going to come in and do anywhere close to that kind of a running job, you're out of your mind. So now what does that mean? No one has to play Seattle up front. They can drop everyone back into coverage and not worry about the run, and then Russell Wilson can't beat him anymore. That's the only reason he beat him in the first place.
But we're talking about Justin Houston.
We are. On the other side of that is this. D. Ford stepped in for Justin Houston and got 3 sacks in his stead. So am I really worried about that? Not at all. D. Ford, we've needed to see what he's made of. It's time to get him into the game and see what he's really – is he going to be a bust or is he going to be legit? We don't know because he can't get playing time. This is a perfect opportunity for him to step in, and he did. 3 sacks. I'm happy with that.
3 sacks, 7 tackles, a pass breakup. I mean, he was the one-man wrecking crew over there, which makes many people believe that maybe Justin Houston's nothing more than a system linebacker in this case, and he's only has 7.5 sacks this season after tearing up the league with the NFL best 22 sacks last year. Is this a case of Justin Houston just isn't, after having such a wonderful season and playing injured this year, is just not able to do what he's supposed to do? Or is this a case of Justin Houston is just not able to be as good as D. Ford inside that system? Which is it?
Oh, God. It's neither of those things, and that was 2 crappy options. What it is this. Justin Houston's played just fine this year. He's done just fine. And D. Ford, in his limited work prior to this, hasn't stepped up like he did in that game. So he hasn't – it's not a system thing because D. Ford's played in that system and hasn't had huge games. But D. Ford's first step is really quick, and that's it. So he had a really good game, and that's all it is. But either one of them in place is going to be just fine. We're not worried about it. If you think because Justin Houston isn't in that we're going to lose to the Baltimore Ravens or the Cleveland Browns or even Oakland, you're out of your mind. So we're going to do exactly what we've been doing, which is win the rest of the games this year. So I'm not worried about it. No one in Kansas City is worried about it. Is it a bummer because Justin Houston's not there? Of course it is. We want to see Justin Houston out there. But people will step up, right? That's the NFL, especially this year. Next man up philosophy. You have to be a deep team if you're going to do well. So you have to have someone else who can come in and play in that place.
You know, that the thing is with the Kansas City Chiefs, though, is that they played an amazing game on defense last week. I don't think anybody worries about the Kansas City Chiefs on defense. I think it's offense where things this time of year, timing and cold, frigid, hard, heavy footballs become more and more difficult in a quick passing system like the West Coast offense. And that is where I wonder if the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be able to come over that hump and actually be the first West Coast team in a matter of 8 years to actually get through the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a good call. But you said it right. Your Freudian slip was correct. Can the offense of Seattle actually win games for them without the backup of Thomas Rawls? That's where you wanted to say. The Kansas City Chiefs offense is going to do just what it's been doing, which is pour points on people and continue to score. Can your offense continue to do anything without Thomas Rawls, who was, Marshawn Lynch 2.0? Is that team anything without a decent running back? We're going to find out. This is going to be a good test this weekend. We'll see if Seattle can muster up enough to get a win or not. And if you still have hair by the end of the weekend.
We'll see. Bryce Brown and Kristen Michael are the two running backs that are going to be servicing as the first and second down running backs, whereas Fred Jackson will be at third down. I imagine they're going to be passing a lot more, and we're going to see that that same explosive offense that we've seen for the last 3 weeks from the Seattle Seahawks, and Russell Wilson putting up big numbers. At least that's what my DraftKings report says, because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to feed Russell Wilson with Tyler Lockett and Doug Baldwin, and Russell Wilson's going to throw for like 5 touchdowns at home against Johnny Manziel, who won't be able to figure out how to stay on the field. So we'll win the time of possession battle. All that's going to be going on as we're just playing little old Cleveland. It's got to be a good day.
Yeah, you guys should definitely win. Let's hope you can beat Cleveland.
Would've and could've aren't always the case, as like would've been fined Bruce Arians, but has not been, even though he could have been, for his non-NFL hat. That's the next thing that's on our agenda. Bruce Arians has been wearing this red, like, old man hat. I don't even know what that thing is called. Yeah.
He always wears that hat. Why are they making a big deal about it now?
Well, because the NFL really went through a long thing about cracking down on non-NFL gear being worn by coaches, non-NFL apparel gear being worn by coaches. People are allowed to wear whatever the heck they want for the pants. They can wear anything from jeans to cutoffs to the good old Jim Harbaugh khakis. But anything above the waist is supposed to remain NFL apparel, pure and simple. Bruce Arians, that hat that's his trademark for so many different years, through his coaching legacy, has never had an issue. Actually, it's never been a problem at all. However, some opposing teams, as well as opposing team coaches, has put a complaint into the NFL asking that they can wear things like some of their headbands or hoodies or things that are not NFL apparels as a way of staying warm in this winter season, and the NFL has turned them down, and now these players and coaches are pointing at Bruce Arians and saying, but he gets to. It's a double standard. It really is a double standard. There's no other way around it. However, it's really petty, stupid, crazy double standard that, guys, you're $1 million freaking athletes, you're $1 million freaking coaches, you're multi-million-dollar owners. Is this really something that you guys want to sit around and complain, bitch, whine, and just jaw about to the point where sports radio people are calling you guys stupid and petty and insignificant? Aside from the fact that this might be enough to just bother Bruce Arians and annoy him, and he has to spend a little bit of extra effort in this week writing a little reply to the NFL about how stupid it is, this isn't going to be any sort of problem at all, or it shouldn't be.
It's always that snitch that gets you, but they can do it, so why can't I?
Yeah.
Those people ruin everything good that has happened in the world.
Exactly. You're exactly right. But what do we do now? Now that it's happened, the NFL, are they just going to go ahead and acknowledge, yeah, we got a double standard, or are they going to fix it? I say the over-under is that they're going to send him a thing, basically say, we're not going to fine you, but you're going to have to fix it. Or somebody's going to have to create some NFL apparel with the Bruce Arians hat.
Yeah, that's a better solution. Just put it, where's the red one? Put a Cardinals logo on it. It's simple. And whoever does it probably makes some money. Just call it the Arians and put a little logo on it. Be sweet.
I think that would a little Nike logo too. You could actually run with that, make a little bit of money. From what I've been told, they can't keep red hats like that in Phoenix on the shelves. People just go in and purchase them like crazy, either for costume spoofs or to support their team or to support Bruce Arians.
No, those Kango hats are sweet. Anyone should want to wear one. They're perfect.
I like them. I like them a lot myself. I wear them backwards all the time. I can't imagine the thought of wearing it like, Bruce Arians, like he's a freaking 1920s newsboy or something. But I like it. I like the look. And I always have. In fact, Matt, you actually, when I was in medical, I used to wear one of those leather ones. It was black. And I used to wear it back all the time. I used to have my scrubs and my black turtleneck on as a regular basis. That was like my little trademark. You remember that?
Yeah, it was the